Welcome to Talking Comics, where we are bagged, boarded, and pre-recorded. I'm Ryan.
I'm Sean.
Thank you again. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. This is our 8th podcast now.
7th or 8th.
Yeah, we're almost to the Big 10, and I don't know about you, but I got some stuff planned for after we do 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some ideas. Nothing really, nothing is. The seeds are planted, but nothing's grown yet, as far as my ideas for past 10 go.
All right. Looking forward.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we start getting some guests on.
Okay. All right.
I know you and I have talked about it a little bit before. We want to get some more under our belt before we actually
some
do
fresh
it.
blood in here.
Yeah.
I'm tired of your shit, Sean.
I was just thinking, I wasn't even planning on talking about it, but then I once we started recording, I was like, I'm going to bring it up now. I'm going to surprise him.
There you go. I'm good with surprises. Can't you tell?
Yeah. He's so excited.
Yay!
We got some stuff to talk about today. You had some stuff you wanted to talk about before we get into the nitty gritty, right?
Oh, the
Little
raffle thing?
yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a raffling off tomorrow, May 4th, Star Wars Day. We're recording on Tuesday. This won't drop till Thursday, so what an asshole I am. Everybody who comes in, I'm looking for a $500 day, folks. And that person who gets me there gets a raffle off one of them giant stormtroopers in the shop.
Right on.
Just there you go, take it on home.
So
Put it in your car. You could go in the carpool lane for free.
so if you got the stormtrooper, congratulations. If you're not listening, well, screw you too.
I went to lash out right at the beginning. Speaking of Star Wars, Mr. Late to the party.
Yeah, I finally watched The Force Awakens.
And?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna get some flack for this.
No.
I was a little underwhelmed.
How so?
Just like the way.
Too much hype? Didn't live up to the hype?
Yeah, there was a lot of hype.
Well,
I mean, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Like the symbolism behind the whole like passing the torch
yeah.
to the new generation was awesome.
Yeah.
And all of that. But I was a little underwhelmed. I was expecting it to be a lot bigger.
Well, and I've also heard rumors, too, on a side note, that Mel Brooks is doing the Search for More Money, Spaceballs 2. I think there was a little Easter egg in there. No, I'm kidding. You might have missed that. I don't know. Yeah, when that movie first came out, first of all, I mean, I'm just a Star Wars fan. It's a Star Wars, I'm there.
Yeah, you grew up watching.
Yeah. And I was worried about that, seeing the first one in 77 when it came out, and then go up there, and then the trilogies. I like them all. But then there's other people that I was, worried about it where maybe not so much they didn't like it, it was just, it doesn't hold up anymore.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, though.
Yeah, it was really solid movie as a whole. I was just like,
a lot of
this is how you're gonna leave me waiting for the next one?
That's the thing. It's not a that wasn't a beginning to end story.
Yeah,
left a lot of things open.
Yeah, and I get what they were doing, but like that thing we were watching earlier with the interview with the chick and Mark Hamill. Mark, you have anything to add? Oh, what? I can talk?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you guys just wanted me to stare at the camera for 10 minutes like I did at the end of the last movie.
And got paid $1 gazillion. That chick, by the way, she is running Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right on.
She used to work under Lucas.
Moving up in the world.
Right? That's what you get.
No, I was at work the other day, and this guy gets out of his car, and he was just like a fatter, grayer George Lucas. He had the same haircut, same beard. It was just all the beard and hair were all white.
Did he have a little?
Like just a lot bigger.
Did he have a little face for his head?
Kinda.
That's what I call George Lucas, Lord Little Face. And he sounds like a Muppet when he talks. I watch him do an interview. I'm like, his face is just so small compared to the rest of his head.
Get a haircut. It'll make it seem bigger.
And he talks like that. Start easy being green. All right.
But yeah.
Then I loved it, man. First and foremost, they gave Chewie a lot to do in that movie.
Yeah,
that was like a really Chewie movie. I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, folks, spoilers. Han dies.
Yeah, he dies.
Yeah, I mean I saw Return of the Jedi in '83 in an interview in Starlog magazine, and Harrison Ford was talking about originally when they rescued him from Jabba's palace, frozen in carbonite. Everybody knows the story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If not, you're not a Star Wars fan.
just watch him.
He wasn't going to make it out of there. He was going to kill him because at the time it was episode, the first original trilogy. This is the third one, the last. So it's like, what better way to wow the audience than kill one of the major characters right at the beginning?
Yeah.
So we're like, oh my God, what the hell's going to happen next? And so he'd been bucking for 30 plus years to kill the character.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew it was coming,
Had to happen eventually.
The ominous catwalk didn't help anything, as far as surprises go.
Bam!
Yeah, pretty much.
I had to cover the mic so I wouldn't make you guys go deaf.
But man,
I actually really liked that scene. It gave me goosebumps.
Oh, the best part was I was like, tears rolling down the eye when he drives the lightsaber through him and he throws him down there. And Chewie, it's like longtime friends. Yep. It's like, boom! Just starts blowing people away. Like, oh, you mess with my boy!
And, I was like, this kid... All right, so the movie's been out. It's on DVD. We're going to drop some spoilers.
Yeah, it's spoilers.
The main Sith villain in this is Han and Leia's son.
Is he a Sith, though?
That's the question. But I was thinking... So, whether he's Sith or Jedi, this guy has, he's so impressive at the beginning. He gets, one of the rebels shoots at him with a laser. He turns around and blocks it.
That's the most, out of all the movies, that's one of the most impressive uses visually of the Force.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Out of all 7 now. That is just, because usually, they're just mind trick, doing flipping stuff left and right. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But he froze that bolt.
But all this stuff that happening, it starts, I'm thinking this guy has, he seemed at first to have such great control over the Force, and you see him just lose it throughout the movie.
I think that's part of the storytelling.
Yeah, some symbolism behind him having to, fight and kill his own father.
That's another thing. I love that Kylo Ren character so much.
Yeah.
And here's why. The Star Wars movies, go back to the first one, the original. It's, you have Luke, just a boy trying to get off a farm.
Yeah.
And then it's basically a Wizard of Oz tale.
Yeah.
Luke being Dorothy. But think about it. I mean, you got a Cowardly Lion, you got the Tin Man, you got the Wizard, you get, all so on and so forth. But in any story, you have... that tells us not just Star Wars. You have the character that you take the journey with.
Yeah.
And it's inevitable they're going to, in the end, meet the ready-made villain that's already there. I mean, the tyranny, whatever.
You can't have a good storyline without some resistance against the protagonist.
This time around, though, look, we're kind of going on the journey with both. Kylo Ren, he's like, this is the first time he's almost like resisting the light side. And he wants to be... We're going to see the villain in the making.
Yeah.
And even pain leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. That whole Yoda speech with the dark side. Even when he's fighting, and he's got that wound, Chewie blasted him. He's like, you mess with my boy. Boom! Bowcaster to the... And he's banging on it, to create more pain for himself to get going. This chick's kicking my ass.
He's using it...
Yeah.
To, Yeah, that was...
And then he just wants to be Grandpa Vader.
Yeah.
And even when he got the slice down the face, he's like, oh, big grin on his face. He's like, oh yeah, just like Grandpa.
It's like he doesn't even know how
stupid and ridiculous his acting.
Well, he's like, it's like he doesn't grasp the concept that Luke would not have been able to help the rebels win without Vader being like, I'm kind of tired of this dark side crap. This guy's been using me the whole time. Screw this guy. I'm going to help my son win.
See, I think, and down the line that, what's his name? Giant Smeagol? Snoke?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the inevitable showdown, him and Luke.
Yeah.
Just kind of foreshadowing.
Right on.
But,
I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan, but, like, one of the comics you have in the shop is a Star Wars comic. And it's I think it was, like, Star Wars, Luke's, like, and it, like, what was it called?
Dark Empire?
Yes, Dark Empire.
That's a Dark Horse comic that no longer exists, and it takes place like right after Jedi.
Because I remember hearing you talk to someone about it, and weren't you saying that it was like Luke trying to learn how to he's already mastered the light side of the Force, and now he's trying to master the dark side of the Force, getting this whole yin yang thing going on, which that's kind of cool and interesting. I'd love to see a movie about that.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to do that in various stories, and always turns out, you can talk Star Wars forever, man. I mean, that's what Count Dooku, Darth Tyrannus, and the prequel ones ended up trying to do. Like, the prophecy of the Chosen One, there was a time in the books, if you read the books, he might have been the Chosen One. And he's dabbling with the Sith holocrons, and...
You were the Chosen One!
Yeah. I mean, just on and on and on with the... It never works out well when they try to do that. Even, as powerful as you come, if you start thinking that way, then you just, in Star Wars lore, then you just go down the dark path. And
what's the saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions, or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. It's old saying. That's
that.
Kind of how I always saw, like, Anakin. He has good intentions.
Oh, yeah. Well, so, like Shane. The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Just poor execution. Speaking of good intentions, let me throw a name out to you.
Yeah.
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards?
You know that name?
It's not ringing a bell.
He directed Day the Earth Stood Still remake with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And that Godzilla movie. Mm-hmm. You see that one?
Which
the remake one.
The one that just came out recently.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Scarlet
one yet.
Witch and Breaking Bad.
I really wanted to see it. I just never got around to it.
He's the director for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. See, I thought we switched subjects. We're on Star Wars still. I kind of like that one too. A little different. You saw the trailer?
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. I didn't know I was looking forward to this movie until I saw the trailer. And I'm like, holy... For as great as I thought Episode 7 was, this is going old school. Mm-hmm. This is the one where, if you've seen the trailer, it's set right before the original Star Wars. This is the one where the mission, where they get the plans to destroy the Death Star. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are thinking, oh man, I would say in Episode 7, we're going to ring the bell a third time with a Death Star, a bigger, apparently more easier one to blow up. They'll say the same thing. Again, a Death Star? No, this is the Death Star.
Yeah.
The original Death Star.
This is episode 3.5.
Yeah, pretty much. 3.5. But man, they got a lot of people in here that
they have
flashes me back to my childhood. Not people, but just things, sights.
Yeah.
The old school Stormtrooper look.
Nice.
Power droids. You saw the Yavin base. What the story? What's the guy's name? You saw the guy, I don't know, he's an Imperial with the white... Ben Middleston?
Yeah.
That's the actor's name. I don't know who he's playing. But it's a white Imperial. I've seen him in the books, too, in the comics. He's not a Moff. It's like Tarkin and the Moffs, the governors, they wear the gray ones. But there are white ones, like if you're familiar with the Thrawn trilogy. Grand Admiral Thrawn was a nightmare to the rebellion these are stories after Jedi. Mm-hmm. Dark Horse did also. He was a force to be reckoned with. He wore a white thing too, but
Yeah.
this Ben Middleton, the character he's playing, has the same things. Rocking a cape, kind of looks like Magneto a little bit. It's like we're doing a little Star Wars X-Men crossover. But more importantly, sir, the actor, he was in Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah.
He was the clean slate guy for the Catwoman.
Huh.
They're the dude that hired. I'm a necessary evil. Bane.
Yeah.
You know, and Catwoman's got her foot up on his neck. That's the actor.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, where the fuck have I seen
Right
this guy
on.
before? Yeah. Dude, I don't know. You didn't see him in the trailer. Vader's obviously the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Vicious, going back to the beginning, you know.
Mm-hmm.
James Earl Jones is doing the voice.
Nice.
The dude they got play, we were looking at him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Not familiar with him at all. Just
Yeah.
a big giant dude, put him in a suit, you know, let him do his thing. But man, this Garth Edwards guy, he is definitely got his finger on the pulse. Number one, J.J. Abrams did episode 7. You said you were underwhelmed. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Made $1 gazillion. It's
Yeah.
a foregone conclusion. This guy, how am I going to follow J.J. Abrams? Awesome, man. You saw the scene where they're putting the dish on the Death Star.
Yeah,
It's
that was
little
pretty cool.
scenes like that. A little bit running through, not sure, the village things, the island place. Maybe that's Yavin. Maybe it's another planet. Looked a little like they were catering to the Hunger Games crowd a little bit. But there's AT-ATs on the beach. Walkers on the beach. I haven't seen an AT-AT live action since Empire Strikes Back in 1980.
Yeah, those looked pretty awesome.
That was pretty badass, right?
Yeah, that was really cool.
But you saw him, like, even then, I was thinking about it, you're seeing it from the ground, like you're in the crowd running. Like, even in Empire, you're flying around with Luke, and you see him, you know, swooping around, this, that, and everything else. This is a little bit more visually terrifying.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and at the end of the trailer, it says, like, it's going to be available in IMAX. So can you imagine, like, you're in the big, giant surrounding theater, and that thing's just standing, like, practically right on top of you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that'll be impressive.
That might make me go to an IMAX movie. Now, the one chick, in that, I don't know her name. Does she look familiar to you? When you saw the trailer?
The main character.
Where she's like...
I'm a rebel. I rebel.
This is a rebellion. I rebel. That was awesome. A little cheesy, but that was kind of cool. What gets me is... Now, this is a theory I might have. She's on the... Oh, they're on the Yavin base. Yavin 4, the original one, where they get there, you know, the take off for the original Death Star thing. You saw the orange suits.
Yeah.
Saw the power droids, you know, old school outfits. But that scene in the trailer, she looks like she's wearing the black TIE fighter, the Imperial outfit.
Yeah.
Where they fly the pilot suits for the Imperial.
Mm-hmm.
Is she like a double agent? I mean, I'm just speculating.
Yeah,
Maybe a double agent?
I was wondering about that myself. It was a very...
I mean, it's trailer, so it's quick scene.
Yeah. They leave you really wanting to know what happens, which is, you know, how you want a trailer to be. You don't want them to reveal too much.
Yeah, Zack Snyder. But I had speculation. This whole thing, now follow my train of thought here.
All right.
You remember the original Star Wars? The very first one that ever came out.
Yes.
So let's say she actually is... Like, she pulls a Finn, okay? She's part of the Empire, goes over to the Rebellion for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still part of the Empire, so she's double agent in it.
Yeah.
More specifically, she is in that end part where Vader, they're in the trenches in the Death Star, Han comes swooping down, and Luke's about ready to hit use the Force, Luke, and he shoots the proton torpedoes, and then he has the 2 escort TIE fighters, and one veers off and knocks Vader, and then crashes.
Oh.
What if she is the one that sacrifices herself? Changes the whole entire complex of the original Star Wars movie. And it answers the question since 1977. How come Chewie didn't get a medal? That medal was reserved for someone who did something. They're like off to the side at the end, the big ceremony. You know, Han and Luke get the medal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Chewie just like... But like, they could do like one extra scene over there where they're like mourning Like, you don't know what this chick did.
Yeah.
And we get to see it. Fuck, we're just rewriting the whole movie.
One of the characters from the trailer that I really hope I get to see a lot of. All right, a little background on why I want to see this character. I love kung fu movies.
Okay. Yes.
And they have this one character who is being played by Donnie Yen.
Yes.
The guy who played Ip Man in the Ip Man movies. And it was a really cool, like, it was one of the shortest clips in the trailer. But it was really cool. He wasn't even using a lightsaber, and he kicked the ass of like 6 stormtroopers.
Yeah, he had like this. He's just a piece of like a staff.
Yeah,
a wooden staff.
And it was really cool seeing. I hope I get to see more of him, because I remember hearing back when they people first started talking about Force Awakens. When it started to circulate. One of my friends told me that Donnie Yen was going to be a part of the Star Wars universe, and I was like, are you messing with me right now?
Yeah, like Force Awakens, he's going to be rocking a lightsaber, we're like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So I got kind of excited about that, but I didn't see him in it. So now they're bringing him in for Rogue One, and I really hope I get to see some sweet lightsaber kung fu action. That's what I want to see.
Oh, can you imagine he's got that stick the whole time? He just, why do you carry around that stick? And then, like... 2 lightsabers come out of the end of that staff. Oh, that'd be awesome. You know what else is awesome? Just for me, not as exciting though, visually.
What?
I saw Mon Mothma.
What?
Mon Mothma. She is the leader of the rebellion. Mm-hmm. She made one appearance in Return of the Jedi. It's the first time you saw her. Mm-hmm. Many Bothans died to bring us this information. Standing next to Admiral Akbar. She's my friend. She's not a trap. But everyone, since 1983, or, when Star Wars first came out, 77 through 83, the first one's like, why is Princess Leia the only girl in the galaxy? Nope, Mon Mothma. But there's little things I've read in the books, too, where you go back when Empire Strikes Back, when they're on the Hoth planet, the snow planet, then the Empire comes in and takes over the base.
Yeah.
And you hear that one guy over the intercom saying, the Imperial forces have entered the station. The Imperial forces have entered and it cuts out.
Yeah.
Like they killed him. Right before, and then you flash forward, like that footage or that recording took that long to get to Mon Mothma right before she walks out and they're doing the plans to go to Endor and starts talking. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She heard that recording right before she stepped out into the scene, if you read the books, and that was her son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, let me take you back to the prequels. There was a whole thing, like Jimmy Smits played Bail Organa. Mm-hmm. And he was like, when Palpatine's like taking over, nobody knew he was a Sith Lord. Yeah. But he's just the senator, or the chancellor, supreme chancellor, who's been in office longer than his 2 terms. Mm-hmm. And just keeps going and going and going. Yeah. Well, especially if you see the movie, there's an entire scene, this whole subplot story that just got cut out altogether. If you have it on DVD or Blu-ray, Revenge of the Sith, mm-hmm. they'll show you that whole thing. And it shows basically the formation of the rebellion through these senators. Organa, you see Mon Mothma, you see all these other senators that don't agree with Palpatine still being in office. Yeah. But they don't know. So it's formation. And that girl in the Rogue One trailer playing Mon Mothma is the same girl in those cutscenes from Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, right on.
They show one little scene that was like, oh my god.
That's cool.
She finally gets her time. But yeah, Mon Mothma, it sounds like I'm babbling on right now, but she'll definitely be a prominent role in that.
I keep procrastinating buying it because I'm not the biggest of Star Wars fans, but one of the Star Wars comics you have in your shop that I've been kind of eyeballing is that Lando.
Oh, yeah, Lando. Yeah.
Because I read out of it was like a little teaser of Star Wars comics to come. Yeah. I read a little bit of that one. I was like, this is awesome.
That's set, when he steals the ship, him and Lobot.
Yeah.
That's set like almost overlapping Revenge of the Sith, but shortly after. Mm-hmm. And I know what you're talking about. That little scene with Palpatine. Yeah. It's immediately after he brings Vader back from Mustafar. They're working on him. He's just put him in the suit. Just finished the operation. I sits back down at his desk.
Yeah.
It bugged me. Why does the Emperor have a desk? It's like, what was he doing? I think I heard that on a Family Guy one time.
It's very good.
Yeah, he just sits there and practices bad guy voice. But, yeah, then that little thing in the comic, oh, yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad.
Lando definitely needs more time in the limelight.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. I wouldn't be surprised if episode 8, Billy D. Williams pops up.
That'd be sweet. Billy D.
Yeah. Here's looking at you. And he's definitely a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Got his fair share of the ladies, too.
Oh, I bet.
Getting him some Strange. Nice lead in, right? See how I did that?
That was a weird segue.
Yeah. The Strange.
Oh, man. I'm ready for this.
You saw it, right?
Yeah. We recently... they released the Doctor Strange trailer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about this.
I think you and I right now, I was just thinking about this too. I think you and I are the only two kind of excited about it because I was thinking back, and to my recollection, since I've opened up the shop, I haven't had one request for anything Doctor Strange. Nothing.
I think I know one other person, one of my buddies, Serge. He's a pretty big comic fan. He's one of our. He's a loyal listener. Here's to you, Serge.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure he's excited about Doctor Strange because he's a decent fan about the Doctor Strange comics.
So you saw the trailer?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Awesome. It was pretty awesome. I was worried. I heard Cumberbatch, or whatever his name is.
Cumberbatch.
Mister doesn't stand forward for pictures.
You saw that. You noticed that too, right? Remember we were talking about that? Every movie poster he's in, dude.
Benedict, we're taking the movie poster picture. Can you turn around for us? No. We're taking the picture. Can you please turn around? No. Can you please turn around? No.
What? Like,
I'm an artist.
That one, he played Khan in the Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at the posters, man. Look at every movie poster. He's got his back to us.
I mean, nothing wrong with him and his acting ability. He's a fantastic actor. But I wonder what's with with why he keeps his back turned.
He's on, man. He's one of the great ones as far as acting goes.
Oh yeah.
He's just taking a picture. He ain't on.
Yeah.
We don't deserve it. We're not worthy.
The trailer was a little like Matrix Inception-y.
Oh, dude.
Which was kind of cool. With instead of it being sleeping or science, it's magic.
This is it. This is Marvel. We're going into magic, people.
Yeah.
I saw. I mean, we could just stare into the. It's so funny too, because they released that trailer. It's almost like Kevin Feige, the leader, the head up of Marvel Studio. They released that trailer same time they did this big thing that Ben Affleck, the solo Batman movies, the Aquaman, everything. They're breaking off doing all these solo movies. Release the hounds, Smithers. He gives us. Here's another one because they could never. It's like the Marvel DC in the books. Yeah, it's always back and forth. They had Foom once upon a time, friends of old Marvel, and they used to refer to DC, who was like right across the street, as our distinguished competition. DC. They used to always do little jabs.
We need to hold on. The board meeting needs to wait a moment. Let me just... DC! Suck it! Yeah. Alright, where were we? Yeah. Then DC across the line. Oh, you're putting Giant Man in a movie?
Oh!
Just you wait. Just you wait.
That's right.
That was awesome.
We were watching that last night.
Yeah.
Before we go any further with Doctor Strange, yes. We talked on the last podcast about Funko Pops doing an unintentional spoiler with Giant Man and Civil War.
Ruin it.
Oh, okay. DC turned around, beat him to the punch. We watched Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
With Leviathan fighting. Oh, and the Atom.
He goes giant.
He does.
He uses if you watch Legends, they're time travelers, and he uses some timey-wimey stuff from the ship, and he basically reverse engineers his suit to, instead of shrink him, make him giant, so he can fight this giant radioactive robot. And it was awesome.
It was pretty cool, and we were laughing because we were talking about this, and it's like, oh,
bravo, DC, bravo, well done.
DC got one. DC got one.
Roll.
All right, enough of that.
Right.
Back to Doctor Strange.
We're moving from science to magic.
A lot of people, I heard the only negative thing, like I immediately go for the negativity. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One.
I'm all right with it.
Me too.
I'm gonna be. She's a great actor.
The Ancient One, though, as a character, it's kind of nothing. You can't really put him, her, it type thing. So
yeah,
it might. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ancient One came in not just Tilda Swinton form.
Yeah,
seeing that movie.
I'd imagine like the Ancient One, kind of like same as the title of Sorcerer Supreme. It's like this dread pirate Robertson. It's just a name. People even when they're mystical beings, they can't live forever. Usually.
Right. Yeah. Well, here, let me backtrack a little bit because for those uninitiated, Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, he's a brilliant surgeon.
Yes.
Top
of the world.
Top of the world, top of the line, money, women,
power,
dickhead, arrogant.
Yeah.
I mean, like, doesn't give to charities, doesn't do, go screw yourself. He doesn't.
He won't take a case if there's any chance. He won't take a procedure or surgery if there's any chance it'll ruin his surgical stats.
Yeah.
He only takes cases that he knows he can fix.
High profile. Definitely, he knows he can have control of the whole situation. Blah, blah, blah. He's not a Matt Murdock pro bono type guy, folks. He's a total prick.
Yeah.
And I saw the trailer. He gets into an accident.
Yep.
Okay, just like the books. Loses the ability to use his hands.
Yeah. His hands are completely crushed.
Yep.
His life's work, his moneymakers have been destroyed.
Yeah. And he goes broke trying to find someone who could repair his hands to his standards.
All across the world, and he's getting desperate at this point.
Yeah. So he goes on a walkabout, which, as we do when we're in trouble.
Yeah.
We go on walkabouts. And instead of Crocodile Dundee finding him on the walkabout, the Ancient One does.
Yeah.
Takes him in there, doesn't believe in magic, this, that, and everything else.
Yeah. What did he say in the trailer? I don't believe in magic or karma or Zen or chi. I only believe in science.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, if I can't touch it, that type of thing. He did that in the books, too.
And he gets some knowledge. Well, I wouldn't say dropped on him. More like
when he finally
knocked out of him.
Yeah, pretty much. Because when he finally does, now I'm just going off the books and from what I've seen in the trailer, what I've seen, I don't know any of the casting or anything like that, but the Baron Mordo. He's not like, he's kind of like, it's a school for magic, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Not Harry Potter.
He's one of the other people.
Like the number one teacher, the second. And
he, if depending on how accurate the cartoon movie, the animated movie I watched of Doctor Strange was.
Yeah.
He was like, he thought he was supposed to become Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, that's the books.
Okay, cool. I love it when
when
shows do stuff accurately.
Like they did, I want to say it's like Strange Tales 111, 112, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Where he starts to like call upon, he's doing stuff, because at the point, like, the Ancient One's kind of on his way out.
Yeah.
Dwindling, but he's doing stuff to kind of like move that process on with his magic, calling like the dark matter stuff in there. Stephen Strange finds out about this.
Yeah.
And he puts Mordo puts a hex lock on his mouth. Like, only he can see through the magic. There's literally a lock going through his lips and jaw and everything. But, like, he can't talk.
Yeah.
He's lost the ability to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't, like, stooge him off.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Right on.
Now, I'm pretty sure Baron Mordo is going to be in there, considering the TV series Marvel's done, Agent Carter. Mm-hmm. They have done dark matter in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're setting up for Doctor Strange, whether anybody knows it or not. Mm-hmm. Which also means, I mean, I didn't really get a clear-cut villain.
Yeah.
I'm Dormammu. It's got to be Dormammu, because there was a thing where there was a porthole where the dark matter would suck crap up and spit stuff out and everything. I'm like, Dormammu.
Right on.
And that's the villain. That is... Plus, and you saw with the cape and everything, and the Eye of Agamotto. Mm-hmm. What do you think that is? They have to work it in.
It has to be one of the Infinity Stones.
That's right. I'm thinking... What do we got? Soul and time left. It's got to be time. Because Doctor Strange they haven't done time travel.
No.
Other than like flashbacks and other of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And I'm jumping back and forth books, movies, but in the movies they haven't done just flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. I would bet time. Mm-hmm. Which leaves the Soul Gem, Black Panther. Maybe Black Panther. They reveal that.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because like in the you've read the Infinity Gauntlet, right?
I have not.
You have not?
No, I'm very familiar with it, but I haven't read it.
Doctor Strange, there's a part there where like during that war he keeps Thanos at bay using magic.
Yeah.
And kind of like doing like showing him like different specters and visions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he thinks he's going this direction, but he's just misguiding him, keep him away. So like
an illusion.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. He's doing magic. It's called illusion, dumbass. Or they could or would they set him up for like pull like a Thanos? Set him up. Do we just drop Dormammu in the first one? Here I am I'm speculating, dialed into the books. Or do we do like the end of Avengers and how they showed Thanos? Kind of do that and then do like Asmodeus. Nice. Asmodeus is Dr. Charles Benton. He was a guy that worked in the books with Stephen Strange. Yeah. He was the nice one. He was like, okay, picture if Matt Murdock was a dickhead and Foggy would be Dr. Benton. All right. Okay? All right. But he ends up getting like some powers and some magic too, and he becomes part of they called it, what was it called? Sons of Satanish.
It sounds so familiar.
I don't think they do that though. It's in the books. They could like easily switch it to like the Sons of Dormammu and bring him in like in the second part, two-parter type thing.
That'd be cool.
But in the books, he took Doctor Strange's face and trapped him in a dimension. So like he took the form of Stephen Strange, and in order for the actual Doctor Strange to leave the dimension, he had to come up with something. He couldn't just walk out. Yeah. So he like did like this mask thing, and which they were for him to get around, but nobody believed that was him. Oh, that's not, it's kind of like the shapeshifter type thing. And God, who else is in that? Rachel McAdams.
Who?
Rachel McAdams. She's been in a bunch. You'll know her.
She
was Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
The love interest.
I remember now.
What's his name? The one you do the impression of. Christopher Walken's daughter. She's playing the second night nurse.
Oh, nice.
Where we got Rosario Dawson, now we got Rachel McAdams. She's going to be the night nurse.
Nurse, I got a fever. and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Put some magic on it.
Do some magic, make it happen.
Yeah, folks. Mr. Walken, would you like to tell us when Doctor Strange is going to be in theaters?
He's going to be in theaters in November on the 4th. It's going to be a good movie. I'm going to go see it. It's going to be a good time.
Magical time, would you say, Mr. Walken?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
I go to the bathroom for 5 minutes and you're replacing me with Christopher Walken. What the hell,
Sorry,
Sean?
I'm a cheater. I cheated on you. Oh. Speaking of, I got a text the other day from a buddy of mine who sent me this thing. He's like, I know what I'm going to get you for your birthday / Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And he shows me the picture. I look past the obvious, and I'm like, is it because I'm fat? He's like, yeah, listen to the show, blah, blah, blah. He's like, great. We were just chit-chatting back and forth. But the picture, I mean, yeah, you got to put it up. It's Han Solo. It's a refrigerator, a full-size refrigerator. But the front of it looks like Han Solo frozen in carbonite.
Oh, nice.
That's why I tell people, I'm like, oh, yeah, Ryan's he's a cool dude, man. We do this thing. I go, he's not anything like me. I mean, we stand next to each other. We look like the number 10. Him being the number 1. And me being the 0. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Doctor Strange. And I noticed that, all right, so Cumberbatch played Sherlock Holmes in the BBC Sherlock TV series. And I'm like, so now that's 2 people who have played Sherlock Holmes have become Marvel superheroes.
No, that's right. Yeah, see, I didn't know that.
He's a really good Sherlock Holmes.
I'm not a BBC guy, I guess. But yeah, that is good. Yeah. Sherlock Holmes is the gateway to superheroism. Yeah. I guess, right? And this movie's going to be November 4th. So I had to sidetrack there because you caught me cheating with Christopher Walken. Told you my Han Solo fridge story. Scott Derrickson is the guy who's directing this movie too.
Oh yeah.
It should be good. I mean, it's going to be dark, mystical, magic. Yeah. He did the Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, right on.
And the Sinister movies. Have you seen those?
I have. Yes, I have. I saw the first one.
Yeah, Do you like those demon ghost movies?
Like,
I have a theory about those.
It kind of depends on how they're done, because those were kind of done in like a horror movie way.
Yeah, but think about it. I got a theory on this.
But if it's done like I'm trying to vanquish evil as a like
The Exorcism or The Exorcist.
Well, kind of like stuff like Constantine.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that.
You're keeping it geek. I thought you were going horror.
I'm not a big horror fan.
Well, I always thought ghosts. They never scared me. Because think about it. It's like why are ghosts killing you? It's like inviting you don't like them for some reason.
Yeah.
So why invite them over to your side? It's like
come on in.
When you kill
Have
them
a cup of tea.
As a ghost, what the hell do you think is going to happen? Now you're stuck with them.
Well, if you ever, I don't know if it's covered underneath my thing, but I did go online once and I did become an ordained minister. So if your house is ever haunted, just let me and Josh know.
The fuck out of here.
We're both ordained ministers. We might be able to, turn this into holy ground or something.
So I like when I'm having one too many drinks. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
Get those spirits out.
Hear that? I just learned something today. Ordained minister.
Oh.
Sounds like somebody's dodging taxes.
The power of Christ compels you. Yeah. Release these spirits. It's a pun, people. Spirits is alcohol.
It is. I heard a couple more rumors, Ryan.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Punisher. Well, this isn't a rumor. This is a fact. Gets his own Netflix series.
Right on.
Right? It's confirmed.
That should be pretty cool.
I did hear a possible how they kind of sprung board Frank Castle off Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
Mark Spector.
Ooh.
Another vigilante. Because remember, that was the thing with all these vigilantes after the Daredevil. So we got the Punisher and all these other guys. What do they call them? Devil worshippers?
Yeah.
Mark Spector.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at a big smile on your face. Now here's where I'm kind of foggy. No pun intended there.
Nelson?
No. Mark Spector, folks. Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I know the basics. Not like this guy. I mean,
I know a thing or two. I wouldn't say I know everything, but I know a little bit because once I found out about Moon Knight, I really dug it.
Drop some science, sir. Tell me.
Right, Moon Knight, secret identity, Mark Spector. He was a mercenary, and while on assignment in Egypt, he was working for some people trying to, more or less like a bodyguard and a guide type of thing.
Okay.
Working with this the guy who I think it was another mercenary whose name was Bushman.
Okay.
And Bushman kills. They find the treasure, all the gold and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So and then Bushman turns on everyone and tries to kill everybody.
Because of greed?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants all that gold for himself.
I'm an all or nothing guy.
And Mark Spector wants revenge. And as he is laying there on his deathbed, he begins to pray, and his prayers are answered by the Egyptian moon god, whose name escapes me. And that's when he takes up the mantle as Moon Knight, and he's in Egypt, and these people who help take care of him, nurse him back to health, and they give him these weapons. And here's where it gets a little cool. I'm going to take you back a little ways. Some of the Avengers ended up going back through time and landed in ancient Egypt. Hawkeye had to make himself some weapons, so he made a bunch of weapons out of the Egyptian gold, and those weapons, they return to their time period.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves the weapons there, and those weapons later become Moon Knight's when he goes out for his revenge.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. See, I don't know any of this.
And he does not. So a lot of people compare Moon Knight to Batman. There are some similarities. They're both rich men. They're both very intelligent and very highly trained. But there are a few key differences. One, Moon Knight will kill. He doesn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
He kills for basically a sacrifice to the Egyptian moon god. And he's batshit crazy. Serious, full-blown dissociative identity disorder. And you'd think, so he's got 6 different identities.
Uh-huh.
Most of which he uses to, get into the criminal underworld.
Multiple personalities.
Yeah. And it just seems so, it seems normal. You're like, yeah, he just uses the different identities to, infiltrate the criminal ring and whatnot. But it goes full blown at some point. I just recently read a couple of Moon Knight issues from I think 2011, 2012 that one of my friends bought me, and he has moved to Los Angeles and is trying to make it on his own as a hero, and he starts, trying to break out this criminal ring that's taken over his turf, thinking, they move in here. All the big-time superheroes are over in New York. They don't know Moon Knight's here.
Okay.
And then Cap, Wolverine, and Spider-Man approach Mark. And they're like, we need your help with this.
Jesus, I thought I ditched you guys.
and Wolverine's like, yeah, but he's such a psycho, blah, blah, blah. And Cap's like, well, he's been cleared for duty. He's good to go. So they're helping him out, and he goes to, there's this drop going down. Some Russian dudes or whatever, and this giant, dude with super strength.
The Russian?
No. He was the seller.
Oh, okay.
They're coming to buy something from him. And you know what they what they were buying? An Ultron.
Really?
Yeah, they were buying an Ultron. So he has to jump in and make sure this doesn't happen. and some mysterious figure, like blows up the boat. He doesn't know who it is, so he's like, all right, well, I survived. I have this Ultron head. They don't have all the pieces. They can't put them back together. So he goes back to talk to Cap, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. He's like, this is what they were at, what they're after. I don't know what they need it for, but we need to figure it out. So he tries to infiltrate another part of the gang or mafia or whatever they are. And so they decide, we're going to send Spidey in.
Okay.
So Spider-Man drops in. He starts, fighting some people, shooting the webs at him. But something's a little off about Spider-Man. He's getting his ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spider-Man, he's got that like sixth sense.
Spider sense. Yeah.
Spider sense. And then they rip off Spider-Man's mask. Guess who's under the mask? Mark Spector.
Yeah.
He's finally lost it. He is now embodying both Cap, Wolverine, and Spider-Man and himself.
That's what I was going to ask you. Does he like take all these identities and like live like or a superhero has like, his life and then a secret identity? Yeah. He has like separate lives through these.
Yeah, he thinks that he is Spider-Man, and then in the middle the Wolverine part takes over, and he has these like old school original Wolverine.
Oh yeah. He's got all the gadgets.
Like,
yeah.
And it was so like that's how they kind of left it.
So they were never there?
No, they were all in his head.
What about the Ultron head?
That was real.
So, did he or did he not give Cap head?
No. I only had the 2 single issues, so after that, I don't know what happens. But it was It was pretty cool.
So they could totally work the way to hear you tell it. Like, so they do the Punisher TV series. They could totally work in Mark Spector as like a fanboy of the Frank Castle.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, for as messed up as the Punisher is, this guy's even more whack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I totally dig it.
I just never got around to reading. It was like one of those characters. For as many as I've read.
I have a Moon Knight trade paperback at home. I'll bring that to the shop tomorrow, and I'll let you borrow it. It's a badass story with just killer artwork.
Okay.
All right. I really want to move on to this next topic because I'm really excited about it. I just watched the trailer for it.
Oh, yeah. Preacher.
Yes, The Preacher.
19 days and counting.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be... If they don't put it on Hulu, I'm going to be over here quite frequently.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Sean, did you record it? You recorded it, right? Make sure it's recorded for next week, too.
Oh, it's set, yeah. AMC's going to do it again, kids. With Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Into the Badlands. Now we got Preacher.
Yeah. It looks so awesome.
This is... Oh, go ahead.
As a Constantine fan, when you told me about The Preacher, I was like, I'm on board.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Again, you're like more Constantine. I was Preacher.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew of Constantine. I've read a little bit. Even saw the Keanu Reeves movie, and definitely loved the series, as short-lived as it was.
I never knew about who Constantine was. Then I saw the Keanu Reeves movie. I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool movie. And then, the TV series comes out, and I'm like, wait, this was a comic book? So then I'm waist deep into fandom.
Speaking of that, you know what just hit me?
What?
We were talking about Doctor Strange and the Ancient One, Tilda Swinton. Mm-hmm. Constantine.
Oh, yeah. she was the angel.
She walked 2 worlds now. DC, or Vertigo, and Marvel now. Mm-hmm. She's been on both sides.
Yeah.
Was she Sherlock Holmes?
I wouldn't be surprised.
That'd be the triple-double right there.
She is British.
Yeah, dude, Preacher, everyone. This is a comic I read. It started in 95.
Yeah.
Probably, it was really cool.
It didn't run very long.
It didn't. Not at all.
Only 66 main issues.
Vertigo was the distributor. It's like an offshoot of DC type thing.
Where all the hardcore, gritty stuff happens.
Yeah, like the not cookie cutter stuff, no offense, but get your Swamp Thing.
This is top shelf. You do not put this on the bottom shelf where kids can read.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, man, they did, what was it? What did you say? 60?
Yeah, 66 main issues.
Yeah.
Like 5, I think, special issues.
The miniseries.
And like a 4-part miniseries.
Yes, that's the one. Saint of Killers. That's the one I really suggest. Jesse Custer is the character's name.
Yeah.
He's a former priest, goes on a journey with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And in a nutshell, an Irish vampire.
Yeah. A hard-drinking Irish vampire.
To literally find God.
Yeah. Oh, why is he trying to find God again?
Okay, here we go. Talk about a love story, kids. There is a angel and a demon that actually come together, have an offspring.
You'll never guess who gets possessed by it.
Essence of that offspring gets possesses Jesse Custer, the preacher. So basically, he is like, God.
Yeah.
God
the thing is more powerful than God.
Yeah.
Because it can do the evil and the good. And like him being possessed, from what I read online, was like the process of him getting possessed like knocks him out cold and flattens his church with his entire flock. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I wonder how much they're going to go with because dude, this came out in the 90s, and 90s were really stepping it up as far as comics go. I mean, Deadpool, Lobo, just this could be the vicious.
Do you remember the monologue that he was given in the trailer? That was so badass.
Yeah.
How much do you want him hurt, son? When you do something evil, it only causes more evil, which causes more. Like I just watch the trailer. I'll see if I can find a link to put in the description. Check it out. It's really cool. And watch it, because if you don't watch it, the show might get canceled, just like Constantine did, and you'll make us very sad, people. Yeah, you don't want to make us sad, do you?
Like, I don't think so, because, I mean, look at the Deadpool. Mm-hmm. If you like the humor, the dark humor on there and stuff like that, and the way it's used in the right way. Yeah. If they do the same thing, Preacher predates that.
This show will definitely have some good humor in it, and it'll probably be dark because it's Vertigo, and it's going to have humor because it's being directed and like produced by Seth Rogen.
Yep.
Yeah, he's taken a serious role for once, like as a director. I mean, I'm sure he takes all of his jobs seriously.
Oh yeah.
But this is a more serious tone that he has to go along with. But because it's him, they're not gonna pull a Batman v Superman and take themselves too seriously.
If you found yourself laughing at Deadpool jokes in the movie, Preacher's right up your alley. As far as that goes, and I think he'll do a good job with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that show coming up.
Yeah. 19 days.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I really wish that they could have gotten Constantine on AMC.
Never say never.
Well, I wish that's where they would have put it at first.
Can you imagine if they just kind of do the...
Yeah, bring him in together.
Like they did with Arrow.
That'd be really awesome.
They did that one with Arrow. Remember we were watching it?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, there it is.
And since they're running along the same paths of like storylines, that'd be perfect setting for him.
Yeah, same dude too, same actor. Just they did on Green Arrow.
Yeah, that guy was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, he was perfect. Speaking of Arrow, one more rumor I got for you. Mm-hmm. Guess where Arrow's going? I don't know which episode or something like that, if it's even true. Hub City.
Hub City? Why does that sound familiar?
That is the home of The Question.
Oh.
I saw that. I'm just like,
awesome.
Oh, they bring in The Question into Arrow.
We could talk about him on a podcast.
Yeah, that's. I just want to touch a little bit on that. I don't have. It's not definite or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh shit, he's going to Hub City.
Yeah, it'll be pretty sweet. I'm really happy with what's going on in TV and film right now.
Oh, it's a wonderful world we live in, sir.
So, I think
got anything else?
I think that's about all we got to talk about today. I don't think we really have any ideas of what we're talking about next week. So
keep it a surprise.
That'd be cool.
You started the show with some surprise ideas. I'm going to end it.
So leave us some comments on some stuff you'd like us to cover in the future, and like, comment, and subscribe, all that other crap that YouTubers and podcasters say. Oh, and hopefully soon we might be able to branch out to some other platforms such as SoundCloud and iTunes.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully we'll get that up soon. Branch out, get some more listeners going.
You're speaking Greek to me. I don't know what I don't know what any of this nonsense is.
So
remember, the internet's a passing phase to me.
All right. So as always, thank you guys for tuning in.
Have a day.